All right, what's going on, guys? So in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is going through a bunch of different pairs that I'm looking to trade and marking out setups in real time. So you guys will see my exact thought process behind finding these setups, behind finding these levels. Keep in mind, these are the exact same trades that I send out to my pro members every single day inside of the pro Discord. So if you guys would like access to that, then make sure to click the first link in the description below. But hopefully this is a good way for you guys to understand how I trade and for you guys to replicate it as well, because my system, the trading system that I use, is very beginner friendly. It's very mechanical, pretty hard to mess up, okay? So without further ado, let us jump into it. I see a few potential setups here on Hyperliquid, okay? Just using key levels, okay? The first one is actually going to be a short position, okay? I can see we had this resistance zone, right? We closed above it, tested as support, failed the zone as resistance. It's still technically resistance. If we get our golden pocket fib from the swing high to the swing low, I can see that that level overlaps that resistance zone pretty well. Okay, if we actually draw a line from this high over here, right, it overlaps that level pretty well. So I would be interested in actually taking a short position here. This wouldn't be an A+ setup because the trend is bullish here. But turn on my trend cloud here, right? Trend cloud is obviously blue. EMAs are rising. You know, this is a bullish coin. But that being said, I would be interested in taking a short position. This is a textbook short setup here, okay? This is what we refer to as the 1-2 setup inside of the pro Discord. Okay, so I can see we had a liquidity sweep. Okay, liquidity sweep into bearish inverse fair value gap, bearish divergences, right? So this would be your 1-2, and this would be the third wave to the downside. So I would actually be interested in taking a short position right around here. And this is also what I posted inside of my pro Discord. Okay, but because the trend is bullish, I don't want to set any limit orders here, okay? Instead, what I'll do is I'll set an alert for this level. So as price comes up to this level, I'll go down to a lower time frame and I will look for bearish divergences on a 1 hour and lower time frame. Okay, we're also forming this kind of bearish 3-drive pattern here where we could see price come up one more time and then fail that high, and that would be my lower time frame entry trigger there. For finding entries, I'm always watching the momentum in the market, right? What is momentum doing? And to do that, I use my own Easy Oscillator. Again, this comes with the EzAlgo indicator bundle. That's going to be the first link in the description below. But I'll look for something like this on the oscillator with that bearish divergence, right? As price is making a higher high, sweeping that most recent high, or sweeping, you know, any of these external highs up here. Well, I guarantee you will see some sort of reaction here, just because we have all these highs that need to get swept. This is also kind of like an inverse head and shoulder, or sorry, not inverse head and shoulder, just a standard head and shoulder where we have the left shoulder, we have the head and the right shoulder. Again, I'm not a pattern trader, but this definitely is a bearish formation here. With that next lower high in the making. So until proven otherwise, you know, I will be looking for shorts here. This is a key level. Not really having to do much guesswork, guys. I'm just using the EzAlgo indicators, you know, finding these levels with price history. Again, the reason that this trade is valid is because this level is a well-respected level in the past, okay? A lot of rejections from this level in the past. We also have some highs over here that we have yet to retest as well. Consolidating below this resistance zone, we had broken out. We have yet to retest this level. So, you know, I would actually be interested, guys, in a long right around here, right? Something like this. And I would actually be interested, guys, in setting limits here, just because the trend is very bullish. You know, this is a very clear swing trade, in my opinion. We grab our golden pocket fib from the swing low to the swing high. It's also perfectly overlapping these levels here. So you know what? This is a really good trade, guys. And this is a trade that I will personally take via limit orders, almost a 4 risk to reward ratio, meaning if you're risking, you know, $1,000, $10,000, whatever it may be, you know, you're risking that to make $40,000 on this trade in profit. So this is a really good long setup here for slightly higher time frame trading. Again, just using key levels and golden pocket fibs. We also have our 12-hour EzAlgo support zone overlapping our level as well for some more confluence. I'm going to see if we have any other pieces of confluence here. I don't know if we do. This is already a really high probability setup. So this is one that I'm interested in taking. Okay, so we do have the value area low here as well. So here's what I'm interested in doing now on Hyperliquid. I will have my limit set here for a swing trade, and I will have alert set here at this value area low. As price sweeps this low right here, I will have an alert set and look to catch a swing failure pattern on a lower time frame, again, waiting for those bullish divergences to enter the trade. So no limit order on this one right here, limit order on this higher time frame swing trade, but I am still interested in long positions here, okay? As soon as price sweeps this low. This is also an example of an equal low. So an equal low is when you have one low here and a second low that didn't go below that first low. This is a very strong draw on liquidity, meaning that price will most likely eventually come back down to take out these lows. So you know what? I would be interested in a long here as well, setting alerts going to a lower time frame, waiting for that swing failure pattern of this low, meaning I'm waiting for price to go below. And as soon as price reclaims with those bullish divergences, that is my entry trigger. Stop loss at the most recent low, targeting this high here. All right, now let's take a look at SUI. Okay, again, going to a daily time frame. What do I see here? Kind of a ranging market, right? We had this big expansion move up, retrace that entire move. On a daily time frame, we are retesting this daily support level, which is good. This would have been a really good long position on a lower time frame. Obviously, it's too late to enter here now. We missed that trade. So let's go to a lower time frame. The first thing I notice is that we are in a downtrend on a lower time frame. Okay, on a 4-hour time frame, trend is bearish. That doesn't automatically mean that we have to look for shorts. It looks like we are trying to flip this trend to the upside here, which is a good sign, coupled with the fact that we are at a higher time frame support zone on the daily time frame. You know, I would be interested in taking longs here on SUI. You know, my bias is bullish. We saw buyers step in here. EzAlgo trend bar flipped blue. You know, I would be interested in taking longs. So here is my first long idea, okay? It would just be at the golden pocket fib. Now, the reason why I like this trade here, number one, we had this strong displacement move to the upside. A displacement move just means large bullish candles to the upside. All this is showing us is that buyers were stepping in here. You know, buyers do not want to see price go lower. We also have an order block here, right? A previous bearish candle, support zone, whatever you want to call it. And we have this swing low here, which we could take out before moving back up to these more external highs. So again, what am I going to do? I'll set an alert here, wait for price to come below this low, tag into our golden pocket fib, wait for a reclaim of that previous low. That is going to be my entry trigger. Also, I want to see bullish divergences on the oscillator. Keep in mind, this will be on like a 15-minute time frame where we have one momentum wave here, and then we have a second wave creating that bullish divergence. Price will probably look something like this, right? One low, two low, and then boom. In that case, I would be interested in setting limit orders before price reaches that level so I can get the best possible entry, but only if those bullish divergences are forming across multiple time frames. We don't have any volume profile confluence. I'd rate this like a B+ setup. I wouldn't rate this an A+ setup because we don't have higher time frame structure on our side. We are in a downtrend. We still are technically not seeing higher highs and higher lows. So this is a reversion trade. Ideally, I'd like to see more confluences than what we have, but I would still be interested in taking a long there if we got bullish divergences on a lower time frame. Okay, Solana actually looks really, really good here. We actually did call the Solana long in real time inside the Pro Discord in April. That was a really good swing long, closed it fully around here. Guys, I would be interested in adding Solana fairly soon here. If we load up our EzAlgo levels, you can see that we bounce from this daily support zone. We also just reclaimed another key support zone. Go to a 2-day time frame. Again, we are holding support very well. Took out these range lows, reclaimed this range. This looks bullish to me, guys. Let's drop to a lower time frame here, see what other confluences we have. Okay, so I do see we have this bearish trend line. It looks like we are trying to break out of this bearish trend as I make this video, right? Depending on where you draw it, maybe I've already broken out of this trend. This looks good, guys. Now, I don't use trend lines alone, but I do use this as a piece of confluence. The next thing I see here almost instantly is that we have this key support level here on the 6-hour time frame with our EzAlgo indicator, right? If we take a look left, what do you notice about this level, right? A ton of price history here, guys. Price has reacted from this level multiple times in the past. This is a level where buyers have repeatedly stepped in to push price to the upside. Support, failed this level. We're trying to hold this as support, failed it once again, and now we have actually broken out of this level once again. We are facing some resistance here. I do not expect this to last very long. I think we will flip this level very shortly and continue to the upside. Let's see if we can try to pinpoint our entry here. And I really like those 6-hour levels. So I'm going to keep the chart levels to 6-hour. Most of the time when I'm trading with EzAlgo, I will use these 6-hour levels. We're going to get our fixed range volume profile, see if we have any other piece of confluence. And we do, okay? We actually have the point of control of this range perfectly overlapping that 6-hour support zone, right? A really nice piece of confluence. All this means is that a majority of the volume within this range, from this range high here to this range low here, a majority of that volume was traded right here, which is a really good sign. Also, if we grab our golden pocket fib, we're going to draw it from the swing low to the swing high. We also have that golden pocket fib perfectly overlapping that level as well. We also have seen a break of structure to the upside, telling us that price is bullish. We are also above this bearish trend cloud here on a 4-hour time frame. It looks like we are trying to flip this bullish. This is an A+ setup, guys. This is totally an A+ setup. You know, I didn't even realize how many confluences this trade has. We also have a bullish fair value gap. So many confluences here. You know, this is a level that I would be interested in trading. Okay. You know, in this case, you can actually set limits as well. Maybe you want to set a DCA order here. So one entry right here, second entry in the middle, invalidation here at this low, targeting at least this external high all the way here as your take profit. In trading, when you have A+ setups, you might not get filled every single time. It might not always come down to your level. That's totally okay. That's the price that you want to pay for trading. You want to wait for those A+ setups when you are the most confident, when you have the most number of confluences. Take note of this setup that I've just showed you on Solana and compare it to the last setup on Sui. Remember I said Sui was kind of like a B+ setup, a B setup. This is an A+ setup. Way more confluences, very clear key level here. Counting up our confluences, this is a really, really good trade. And to top it all off, I'd go down to a 1 hour time frame. Look for those bullish divergences or oscillator oversold as price is coming down to this level. And if we get bullish divs, something like this, then I will 100% enter this trade here. Solana is looking so bullish that if we just break out and we don't get a retest and we do something like this, I will actually look for a retest of this next 6 hour level here, okay? This is also a really good key level with price history, right? Resistance, 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 support, support, fails this level as resistance, resistance once again, fails it again, currently acting as resistance. As soon as we see a strong displacement move up, meaning not just a little move up, but a clear breakout to the upside, something like this, very clear breakout, I will look to enter on a retrace of this 6 hour level right here. I really want to catch this Solana move to the upside. The only reason that I'm not FOMO longing here is because I never want to long resistance. This is not a smart thing to do. Our goal in trading is to have an edge. Longing resistance is never an edge in trading. It is not profitable in the long run. So I will either wait for a retrace to this key level here or wait for a breakout and then another retest of this 6 hour level, right? Something like this. And this would be my trade thesis, right? Something like that. Again, going down to a lower time frame, waiting for those bullish divergences for that final entry confirmation. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Currently, we are bouncing from this level, drop down to a 6 hour time frame. Now we are consolidating below resistance. So again, longs are not valid here. But shorts are not valid here either because we did sweep this low. We swept the range low and we had this very obvious V-shaped reversal, right? You see we had a bearish fair value gap down, right? Very bearish candle down. And then we immediately inverse that bearish fair value gap with a bullish fair value gap. This is called an inverse fair value gap or a V-shaped reversal. This indicates strong bullish momentum. Guys, I am bullish on Ethereum. I don't think July is going to be bearish at all, especially considering that we already saw a sweep and reclaim of this range low with that V-shaped reversal. Again, we still technically are at resistance. So again, I kind of have two ideas in mind. The first is going to be a break and retest of this 6 hour level. Okay, I want a strong close above this high right here, something like this, and then a retrace to that key 6 hour level. At that time, I'll look for other confluences like a local golden pocket, something like that. Or if we start to retrace from here, I will look for another retest of this range low here, because technically we failed this range low, we reclaimed, and we have yet to retest this low. Again, all we're doing in trading, guys, is looking left. We're looking for key historical levels. The information that we get from an asset's history is how we are able to make future trade plans, right? In this case, I will have a very small invalidation. Actually, we do have our fib confluence here as well, right? From this swing low to this swing high here, we also have the local golden pocket fib. Perfectly overlapping that level, targeting this external liquidity. This is going to be a very high risk to reward ratio trade, but this is one that I would be interested in taking, right? We also have some order blocks here that we can tap into. So there actually are a decent amount of confluences here at this level for Ethereum. Let's get our fixed range volume profile. We also have our value area low on the fixed range volume profile. So this is a really good trade, guys. And look for bullish divs across 15-minute, 5-minute, even down to 1 minute if you really wanted to pinpoint that entry. I'm not sure if I would set limit orders here. If you do, keep in mind, it's going to be slightly higher risk. We're going to take a look at Robinhood, okay? Robinhood is one of my favorite stocks at the moment. I hold a lot of spot. And when you see a chart like this, most people are afraid to long, right? Why would I want to long a chart that looks like this when price is so high? Guys, trends more often than not continue rather than they do reverse. You can read any classical charting textbook, this is a fact. You can see that on Robinhood over the past month or so, every time that price has came into our trend cloud here, on the EzAlgo trading indicator, we have bounced, okay? This trend cloud is a combination of smooth moving averages. If I'm taking a look at Robinhood here, I see we have a key 6 hour level, a few different swing lows to choose from. Ideally, you want to use one of these lower swing lows. So I'll just use this one. Perfectly overlaps that 6 hour level. Again, this is a level with price history, resistance, 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 flip to support, support. We saw that massive breakout move. I would be looking for a retest to this level here. If we get a retrace here, this would be a valid long position here on Robinhood. Just using key levels and the Fibonacci retracement tool, basic price action. Again, ideally, as price comes down to this level, I would like to see this oscillator oversold on the 1 hour. But you know what, guys? That's going to be it for this video. This video has actually run a little bit longer than I anticipated, which is all right. You guys got all the sauce. So make sure to leave a like, comment down below if you guys found value. If you guys want to follow all of my trades in real time, learn from me directly, and get access to the indicators on my screen here, then make sure to click the first link in the description below. Not only will you guys get to learn directly from me and follow all of these trades that I'm posting in real time, you will also be able to follow the exact trades from full-time professional traders with a tracked 80% plus win rate. 2025, there's no excuses anymore. If you guys aren't where you want to be with trading, make sure to position yourself in a group that actually cares about you and that can actually back up what they are saying with real results every single day. That's going to do it for me in this video. Subscribe to this channel for more trading content, and I will see you guys next video.